Hello, I am Wander001 and this is my review of the LiftMaster 828LM Internet Gateway. So, this little device pretty much makes your garage door opener smart. And with me purchasing a house and having a garage for the first time, this is the first thing that I did to smarten up my home. Because, well, one, I want to know if my garage door is open or closed, and two, I want to be able to open or close it remotely. And three, I only was given one garage door opener. So, app-based garage door opener for the win. So, the dimensions of the LiftMaster Internet Gateway here are 4 inches long, 2 inches tall, and with a depth of 1 inch. It is pretty much just a nondescript black piece of plastic. The top, matte finish. Sides, also matte finish. There's a reset button there. That side has nothing. This side is pretty much all that you get, which is your power and your cat cable. Stick it in there so you actually have internet. The back of it consists of information that I'm trying to hide, which are the serial number, which you'll need to activate it, as well as the model and the date for which your particular internet gateway was manufactured. There are 3 LED lights on the top. There is green, blue, and a orange. Orange you will only see during setup. Green and blue are what you're going to want to see all the time. Now, they make other models of internet gateways. They have ones that rely on Wi-Fi and you have them over in your garage. This one, you actually do need Ethernet plugged right into it in order to use it. So this is gonna sit closer to your Wi-Fi router than the other models. This one's a little more expensive, but you don't have to worry about your Wi-Fi signal reach out there because you're hardlined into it. So the question, since you have to keep this plugged in all the time, how much power does it actually use? Well, it's not terrible. It only uses 1.2 watts of power. And I tested, does using this to trigger your garage door increase the power usage? It does not. But also because it's plugged directly in, how fast it reconnects to your network if power is lost, because my new place seems to lose power a little more regularly than my old one because, well, I'm not on a fire substation connection anymore. But if you lose power, it takes 11 seconds to reconnect itself. So it's not terrible. Now, you do not only just get the LiftMaster Internet Gateway here in the box. You also get included 3-foot Ethernet cable and a 5-foot power cable. So for most, that'll give you a little wiggle room as to where you can place this. Now, the other thing to consider is because nothing is actually hardwired into this, if you needed a longer cable, you could actually do that. Now, the other two things that come in the box are actually just the quick start guide and then the slightly more advanced guide. It's not terrible to actually set this up. So why don't I show you how that looks like? I did it on the computer. However, you can use your cell phone. You can use your smartphone and it will look very much the same. Now, the next step is to create a LiftMaster account. Now, I already did, so we're not going to go through that process here. However, we are going to come up and add a new device, which can also be done clicking the cog. So you can click either this or that. So we're just going to come here. We're going to say add a place, which is actually adding a device, not a place. And then it's going to ask you for the serial number that was on the back of the device. So in my case, we're going to put that in. All right, so we entered the serial number that was on the back. Now we have to give it a name. So for this case, enter name for a place where it is located, home. So we're going to call it home. Call it home garage. Here we go. Place. And we could add another device if we wanted to. Place is just the name. Now we say add the device. Add a device. So garage door opener. We're going to say garage door opener. So we are going to need to go to our garage and locate the pairing button. So we're going to go out to the garage. We're going to take the camera. When we're ready, we're going to select this add. and then it will pair the gate that we just put to the garage door opener. All right, so we're going to press the add button, and then we're going to go out and select the pairing button for a remote. Your LiftMaster now goes into pairing mode. Notice that it's showing orange. So for my particular garage door opener, the pair button is hiding, and there we go, hiding up there. So I had to kind of pop this back cover off, but we're gonna click it and get back inside. So after pressing the pairing button on the garage door opener, came back inside, it is now blue. And our desktop has now changed. So here we go, garage door opener. We're going to select, we're just gonna leave it with this name and hit save. So there you go. It shows that the garage door opener and has been closed for 1 minute. So from here, if we wanted to, I can click on this and it will open the garage door. Now there also is the accompanying app, which they have unified. It used to be 2 different apps that you would have to get. One if you had this particular type of gateway, and one if you had the Wi-Fi version inside. So just install this app and we'll cover the app a little later. Showing LiftMaster app in action. Gives a countdown timer too. Shows that it's completed, might be a little hard to see. Also sent the notification. Now closing. Sadly, there's no way to get around that. The blinking light and the sound are for safety reasons. And there you go. Garage door is shut and sent me a notification. See, not terrible at all. Now, the one thing I did find a little weird, and if I can get this focus, was that on the package itself that contained the internet gateway, you pretty much agree to a user license agreement just by opening the package. I've never seen that before. It was a little weird, but I'm not going to not use it. So pretty much, I'm figuring it's very much like John Deere. You get to use this, but you don't get to modify it. It is what it is. It opens and closes your garage door. I mean, what more do you want? Now, aside from setting up the internet gateway and using the website in order to interact with your garage door, the other thing you're gonna want to do is use the app that comes with it. Now, I have mixed feelings on the app. It's serviceable, but does have some quirks. So let me show you what the app is like. When you first log into the app, if you have an item already attached to it, you will see it here. If not, you can come up here and press the plus sign. Obviously, you'll have to log into your account first. And this is kind of where I start disliking the app, because there we go, scrolling, can't scroll, X up there, sometimes isn't responsive. So here you can open or close just by pressing. You can see it has been closed for 1 hour. This will allow you to change the view of your devices. So if you have multiple devices, you can kind of arrange them. Since I only have one, I just leave it like that. Coming over here, you have options. First being history, which will show you all the actions that have happened. Garage door open, garage door close. You can delete your history if you want to, and we're just going to say delete because, well, I don't need to know that right now. Coming back to the side, you have device management, which will allow you to add new devices. So here I have hubs, discover devices. So if I click on garage door, which is what I have currently, it's door sensor, door opener, and you could just kind of go through that menu item. Next is My Queue Guest. So this will allow you to temporarily, and without giving your password to somebody, allow them access to your garage door, which can be very useful. Next is Works with My Queue. So if we click on that, it will show you here Amazon Key, works with Nest, which sadly nothing will work with Nest anymore, Wink. You've got lots of things that will work. Oh yeah, here's your Google Assistant for a price, IFTTT, also with a price. You get the idea. Alerts. Now, alerts, you actually have to pull back the camera so it can focus a little better. Alerts, you actually have to program in, or else you won't get a notification like that where it says, my garage door just closed on the date and time. You have to set them up as individual alerts. So you do that by coming over here, plus sign, devices garage door. You can title it. You can select open, stop, closed, and you can say, tell me as soon as it happens, all times of day, which is what I have, push a notification, or email and enable alerts. Now, I will say alerts get to your phone roughly 5 seconds after an action has happened, but what I did originally, which was wrong, was I went this alert, this alert, this alert. That's not how it works. You need individual alerts set up for each action, so just keep that in mind when you're setting up your alerts. Next is schedule. So what this will allow you to do, adding a schedule, you can name your schedule, select your device, since I only have the one, and close. That's one of the things that I found with the schedule. You can only schedule to close the garage door. They will not let you schedule to open the garage door. But you can select your times, you can select your days, and you can select push notification for when it happens. So if you know you're constantly late for work and you forget to close the garage door at 7:30, well, at 7:35, you can automatically have that close for you and it will send you a notification. My Dealer, if you happen to get your device at a local store, you can put that information in there. And then help is just that, it's help. So we're gonna come back to my devices, and that's really all the app is. It's not flashy, it's a little buggy in places, and they kind of combined LiftMaster and Chamberlain. It used to be two separate apps, it's now one app, which needs a little polishing still in my opinion, but if you use the computer to add your devices and not the app, you'll be okay, because all you have to do is push open garage door and close garage door, and that works perfectly fine. Not gonna do it now because it's raining, but you push it and you're good to go. So, even though it's an unassuming piece of hardware and not the super sexiest thing that you might get for your smart home, it is definitely something that you should consider if you have a compatible LiftMaster, Chamberlain, MyQ, because again, MyQ means that you can actually use this with Key by Amazon if you want to allow people to put packages inside your garage. So that's one of the benefits of this. Now, how much does this convenience cost you? Well, depending on where you get it, it can be anywhere from $52-ish to around $60. You can keep an eye out for sales. Would I recommend it at that price? You know what, for what it does and the peace of mind of knowing that my garage door is closed even when I'm not around, or I can close it remotely if necessary, or I can give a guest access to the garage for a temporary basis, I really think that if you have a garage door that is compatible, it is well worth looking into. Now, I do understand that Chamberlain is notorious for making you pay extra for voice assistant support, and for me, that's not a big deal. I don't necessarily need to have my voice assistant open and close my garage door. I'm perfectly fine using my phone. With that said, I have been Wanderer 001. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching.